Who's the greatest rapper of all time?
Vinny Paz.
If your worst day was a person, what would its name be?
Oh my goodness.
It's hip hop. It's hip hop. Working everybody. It's hip hop. Check it. Look. It's over. Doom spit venom like a cobra. First class Sephiroth soldier.
All right, so hey, welcome back to the show. We have with us today an independent artist, a bit of a renaissance man, if I may. Underground rap sensation, the Count Doom.
What up?
Dude, it's good to have you on the show.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Look, you, from what I understand, you put in a lot of work, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some would say that you wear many hats. You write the songs, you play the instruments, you make the beats. You record and mix the music, you film and edit the videos. How long have you been doing this?
Well, I started writing first early, so probably started writing around the age 17.
Nice.
As far as started making beats, that came a couple years later. So I've been doing that for I probably started around 7 years ago. 7 years. But all the filming is recent. So I'm still kind of getting used to filming and editing. I really like filming. It's the editing that's very tasking.
It's kind of learn as you go along kind of thing. You have no formal training?
No. It's all trial by error.
That's the best way to learn. I understand you had a lot of interests growing up. We got everything from art, dancing, martial arts. Guess which one I want to hear today?
Martial arts?
Yeah, well, I mean, my own personal truth is that I understand that Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
They ain't.
And if you're mixing kung fu with music, then shut up and take my money.
Yep.
Well, what did you train in?
The martial art was called Tung Sudo.
Tung Sudo?
Yeah, it's a Korean style martial art.
That's cool. I mean, it's not as common as like karate or kung fu. What got you into that?
Honestly, it was like down the street from where I used to live.
Convenience. Very nice.
Me and my friend walked by one day and was like, yo, look at all them in there training. Maybe we should do it. And then we walked in and that's just how it happened.
Just making it happen.
Yeah.
Did you learn a lot from that practice?
I did. It's I mean, of course the fighting aspect of it, but a lot of it's
the cool part.
Right. But just a lot of it changed, how I socially interact, with people, because a lot of it's about respecting others and respecting yourself too.
That is probably the best teaching you can get from anything, I would say.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna throw at you a hypothetical.
Not.
All right, you just gotten off stage.
Mm-hmm.
Show's over. You're hungry as hell. Where do you go?
Ooh. Honest, probably for a good cheeseburger. Probably Lenny's.
Ooh, okay. That's Arizona for you.
Yeah. Or Filiberto's.
I love a good burger, and I've never met a Berto's I didn't like.
Right.
Depending on the time. As far as music goes, what's your biggest influence in music in general across the board?
Would you say
what inspired you to get into it?
Oh, I would just say, the people closest to me,
Nice.
my brother, his friends, formerly known as the Zodiac Tribe. They're honestly the reason why I started writing.
What was your favorite music as a kid?
Oh, well, as a little kid, or should I say younger teenager, I mean, Eminem.
Eminem, yeah. He hit hard.
Yeah.
Back in the day, those first two albums were no joke.
Yeah. But as I got older, my influences changed and stuff like that.
Yeah, they widen really. You end up finding things that you weren't going to look for before.
Yeah.
Which is always nice. What do you think era of music speaks to you the most?
That's a difficult question. I mean, because the 90s were so good, and then, early 2000s was, when you're young and impressionable, that music tends to stick with you no matter how bad it is.
Everything kind of has a nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
Like, if you had people now, 14-year-old, listen to the 80s right now, they probably wouldn't appreciate it as much as I did.
Yeah.
Same thing with the 90s. I mean, I'm sure that you appreciate the 90s more than some younger people that you know would appreciate it. It's still good, but the appreciation's not there. It's kind of weird in that way.
It's different, yeah. Yeah, I would say it's different. But as far as like modern artists, like, you know, people still doing their thing. You know, a lot of independent artists, I very much look up to them. Jedi Mind Tricks, Vinny Paz, Mortal Technique, Tech Nine, like they're
Tech, yeah.
You know, they when I discovered them, they definitely left like a big imprint on me and how I write and how I view music.
Definitely understandable on that one. As an independent artist, I'm sure you paid most attention to those people.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, you're a bit of a fan of the supernatural. The noun, not the show.
Yeah. Although I have watched the show.
Of course. Comic books and such.
Yep.
Have you ever had a supernatural experience?
Yeah, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Me and my adopted brother, one night we were just out and about one night. It was me, him, our other brother, and then a friend, and we were just playing around, and we looked right, there was a church next to our apartment complex.
Uh-oh.
And there was just a man in an all-white suit walking in the field and a line of trees. And almost right when he got to the trees, he looked over at us and looked like surprised that we seen him. And he walked behind a tree and just disappeared.
God, he acknowledged you?
Yes.
And he's in a white suit?
Yes.
I love supernatural stuff myself. I like to look into anything from Bigfoot to aliens, whatever. It's all fun for me. I've never heard that. What do you think that was?
I don't know. Because my brother he said he experienced it he said when he saw him he went like he heard nothing.
All
like he's just
sound went away.
Like you know the sign noise. Ooh. When like he said that's what happened to him, and he just remembers me like tapping him because I was tapping him like, yo, you see that? And he said he remembers my mouth moving but not hearing me. And I was like, and the other two with us, they did not see him
at all.
Woo,
that's weird.
Yeah, just me and Matt.
Man, that is something else. Big shout out to Matt for being part of that supernatural
right?
experience.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Nuts. I've never heard something like that.
Right.
It's usually like I thought I was abducted or I saw Bigfoot, but that's woo.
I mean that's probably the craziest.
What do you think that was? Was it like time travel, interdimensional beings, aliens?
I don't know, but it's weird.
I can see that sticking out. That's heavy.
Yeah, right. I don't know how to explain that.
It's the best supernatural stuff you can't explain. It wouldn't be fun if we could.
Right. Yep.
And here at the show, we like to play a little game called Who I Woulda. It does not sound as dirty as it implies. I promise you. It's the idea that I'm going to give you a movie franchise,
mm-hmm.
and I want you to tell me who you would have wanted to play in that movie franchise and who you would have been stuck playing, because it's often a little different.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start with one easy one, the Ice Age franchise.
Oh, man.
Who would you have wanted to play in the Ice Age franchise?
Of course, the Woolly Mammoth.
Oh, you wanted to play Manny?
Yeah.
Manny's a good man. Who you would have been stuck with, you think?
The Sloth.
Oh, I love Sid. See, that's for me. That's one of them ones where I would have wanted to play Sid, and I would have been stuck playing Sid. I love John Leguizamo.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if I could have pulled it off like him, though.
Right.
The second one's a little bit more difficult.
No.
We got the Star Wars franchise.
Oh, whew.
It's a whole bunch of movies.
Oh,
they
man.
tell me. I've never seen one.
Oh, man. Oh, dude. Oh, that's
rough,
a rough.
Right?
That's a rough one.
That's not easy.
That's a rough one.
That's just the second one.
I mean, like, honestly, it'd be like, duh, you want to be Mace Windu.
Oh,
but it's like you can't be Samuel L. Jackson because there's only one Sam L.
Sam.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sam.
Right.
On that one, there's just no being you, buddy.
Right. But I mean, in general, of course, I'd want to be a Jedi, but I'd probably end up being stuck like a voice of like an animated character.
I think that's what I would have wanted to do.
Just a voice?
Be the voice. I would have been happily been Jar Jar Binks. Everybody can hate me for that. That's
right.
Fine.
Ooh.
Misa, I hate these movies. Whoa.
There's
Gravity just touched down.
gravity. Watch out.
That brings us to our third one. The Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is always the hardest one for people. It's so many movies, so many characters.
Oh man.
Who would you have wanted to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Oh dude. Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
Yes.
That's fun. See, with Star Wars, I would have leaned towards their space cowboy.
All right.
Because it seems like a fun role. And you got Chewie with you the whole time.
Yeah.
So I totally get that. Who would you have been stuck playing, you think?
Man. Dude, there's so many characters.
So many characters.
Right. Who I would have been stuck playing? I don't even know. Honestly. Man. Yeah. Probably that would have been again like a voice or something.
Just a voice of been Groot.
Yeah, I'd have been like a Mo.
I am Doom.
I mean, Vin Diesel did it.
I don't know why they paid him. I would have did that for free. This is so crazy.
Right.
All right, so that's pretty good stuff. We got some. What we'd like to do here is just at least one question comes from the fans
Okay.
online.
All right.
All right, so we got a question from a fan here. So at Nutty Bars Real Crippin SD asks, if we were to look at your current search history, what would be the last 3 things that you watched
on YouTube?
Yeah.
What was the last thing I watched? One was the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Very nice. Shout out to that. Shout out to Fresh and Fit.
They're dope. I like watching them.
Nice. All right.
What else did I watch? Cynic Alex.
Cynic. Oh,
Cynic Alex.
Take me back.
And
welcome back to the channel.
Right. And actually, Tom McDonald.
McDonald.
Yeah, I listened to his new song Heart Emojis.
Oh, very nice. All right, big shout out there too as well. So it says here you fought in the Korean War.
Is that what it says?
That's just a palate cleanser for our lightning round. What we're gonna do right here is I'm gonna throw at you 7 questions.
All right.
They're gonna be quick paced. We're gonna start a timer, and you're gonna just go off the top of your head.
All right.
I'm gonna give you a question. You're gonna tell me the first thing that pops in your head. It's like psychological. You're gonna love it.
All right, let's do it.
All right, you ready? Start the timer. All right, by the time I end the first question, the timer starts.
All right.
Number 1, what's your favorite internal organ?
Liver.
What's the greatest city in the world?
Ooh, Phoenix.
What's your spirit animal?
A bear.
Nice. What's the worst thing a king can do to his people?
Roll them poorly.
Apples or oranges?
Apples.
Who's the greatest rapper of all time?
Vinny Paz.
If your worst day was a person, what would its name be?
Oh my goodness. Loki?
Nice. All right, let's get down to brass tacks here. We're here to talk about this album. What's the name of the album?
The name of the album is Cant Escape Fate.
That's nice. What made you choose that name?
Honestly, it's like a slight Terminator reference. I love T2 and
Okay.
T1.
Big old nerd.
Yeah. Well, in Terminator, it's there is no fate but what we make, and yeah, I didn't want to use that just for the copyright.
It's pretty heavy.
So I went with Cant Escape Fate.
Cant Escape Fate. That's good. That's really good. How many songs you got on there?
There is 12 songs.
12 songs. That's
12.
best number. Some would argue.
Yep.
73 and so many things. What story does this album tell? Every album tells a story. What are you trying to tell the people?
Honestly, I've been working on this for so long. It's kind of just my journey through life and getting older, and some things, some of my views have changed. You could tell when throughout the CD.
Okay.
But yeah, just life and journeys, and some.
It's a good chance for people to kind of get to know you better.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's really nice. When's the album drop?
The album drops June 26th.
June 26th.
Yeah, in honor of my brother, that passed. That's his birthday, so I'm kind of dedicating it to him.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Anything else you want to say to the audience before we go?
Buy the album, stream the album, June 26th. That's about it.
Hey, you want to take us out on anything? You got something you want to spit for us? Anything you? It's not always easy to talk, and sometimes for a musician, it's easier to translate what they're saying, their thoughts through music. Anything you want to throw at the camera right now? A little acapella. We can get a beat going. We got beats. We got beats.
I can spit something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Most of y'all don't really want it with Doom, cause testing me is sorta like the Kobayashi Maru. I'm sitting at the pinnacle with room to improve, and you're witnessing a legend, cousin Doom's a dragoon. I'm here with my goons, face covered with a balaclava, so I won't be recognized when holding up the plaza. This ain't even fire, cousin, this is pure lava. Loyal, I am royal, bow before the Maharaja. Doom is the rap Dahaka, I'm hard to evade. Your heart is afraid of the dark, cause I stalk in the shade. I'm stocking grenades, weaponry to arm the brigade, to start a crusade, to tear and rip apart your charade. I'm blade with a glaive, more like Archimedes with math and teeming with wrath. Map it all in readings and graphs. I'm seeing a path like technique. I'm leaving the past, a Donatello type of fellow, cause I'm beast with a staff.
Okay, all right, that's it. That's what happened right now. Yo, that's fire as hell, man. It's really good to have you on the show. It was nice talking to you. Good to get to know you a little better.
Thanks.
That was fire as hell. I think everybody now knows you a little better after all this. So I look forward to the album. I look forward to seeing how big you do, man.
Yeah.
Up and coming. Everybody pay attention, or you looked at the wrong thing. That's the best thing I can tell you. You're looking at the wrong thing. You're not looking at this guy right here. Thanks for being on the show, dude.
Thanks, man.
It's a pleasure to have you, man.
Thank you.
Be safe.
You too, man.
And keep knocking that shit out, all right?
Of course.
Our Tribals, we out.
Feel like the 90s right here. Know what I'm saying? Check it. Doom. Every track I bang on. Once you dead, you stay gone. I hit you in your chest with a fully powered Rasengan.